Hey guys, it's Aubrey from Muttley Plans. I hope everybody is having a good day. I know that it's currently the 7th that I am videoing this, so Tuesday. But by the time you see this, it will be the 8th, Wednesday. But yeah, I'm gonna do a currently inked for the month of October. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pins to show you. And then I also have, I think, 3 pins that are pretty much carryover, or I don't plan on using a ton this month, so I'm not showing you that. And then I also have 1 pen and ink pairing that goes really well with like kind of the overall, I guess, Octoberness, I guess. And so it's a ink and pen pairing that you've seen before, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it again for y'all today. Just because. So, anyway, and then also I have reached the point in my little notebook now that I actually have to put a clip with a post-it notepad to weigh it down. So we'll see how that works, because I know that's gonna kind of, I don't know, might not work, but we're gonna try it. Anyway, so without further ado, the first ink and pen pairing is actually a carryover, but it went so well with just what I think of when I think of Halloween that I wanted to keep it inked up. Additionally, it's my Esterbrook Esty and Wearing Gold Persephone. And additionally, I had written about half of it, half empty, last month. And so I wanted to go ahead and finish that. So I got a little bit left in there. I have been doing notes and whatnot with it. So I've definitely used up a little bit more. This is a fine nib in this Esterbrook Esty Botanical Garden. It has handled this this shimmer ink like a champ. And so I've definitely appreciated that. And it does have, like I said, it's a shimmer ink, so let me shake that up. But this is Wearing Gold Persephone. I just want to get a little bit of that shimmer. Hopefully I'm not shaking y'all too terribly much. And then just get a little swatch. So again, if you watched my currently inked video from last month, then you would have seen this ink and pen pairing, but this is like the one time of the year, like the month of October, that I actually think of this ink, I guess, as being well matched with the mood. And so, again, this is Wearing Gold, and I never remember how to spell it, but I think it's Wearing, and then it's that last part, UL, I think. So is it A or I don't know. We're just gonna go with that. And it is Persephone. Is the color, and it's a nice dark purple with pink shimmer. It's not bad, but this is also, I've said this before, I think, but this is the ink bottle that made me realize, I need to actually do ink samples versus bottles before I get a bottle of anything, because I would have been happy with the sample. I don't know that I would have gone for a whole bottle of this though, if I'm being honest. And this is a fine nib, and I'm going to help future me out and put IPC at the end here, and that just stands for ink, pen, and combination, for when I go back in for my end of the month review and I talk about how I like this pairing. So yeah, that's why I put that there. The next one is going to be my Diamine Rosewood ink, and I have paired it with my brand new Leonardo Momento Zero in the colorway Angel Skin with the rose gold trim. Super excited about this pen, and it's in a medium nib. I did do an unboxing of this, so yeah, definitely go look at it. I think I labeled it as a Van Ness order, but really I just mainly talk about this pen right here. And so it is nice. I haven't gotten a chance to write with it as much as I would like, so I don't want to give like a any feedback on it yet, but so far, like, just looking at it and what little I've written with it, not a bad pen. So, and again, it is inked with Diamine Rosewood. So, and this is one ink that I had a sample of, and I actually wound up getting it earlier this year because I enjoyed the sample so much. And this is a huge bottle. It's 75 ml versus the Waringil, which is, does it even say 30 ml? Huge difference. So again, this is Diamine. And then it's Rosewood. And then it is in my Angel, I'm just going to put Angel Skin. And it is in a medium nib. One thing I do kind of wish that I had done was actually gotten a fine nib, only because this is this does write fairly thick, and when I'm taking notes and stuff, I definitely enjoy the precision of the fine nib that is on my Estie. But I'm still gonna write with it, and we're gonna see, because like I said, I haven't written with it a whole lot. So, and I can't wait to put different inks in here and just try it out with different inks. All right, so next up, I am going to do my Vinta Isabella, and I put it in my Jinhao 100. Me and this pen have a love-hate relationship. I just learned to love it, and now that I've had this ink in it, the pen started to give me a little bit of problem. Not like anything crazy, but, and we'll see if it shapes up. But definitely like out of character for how this pen usually handles like shimmer ink. So I don't know that it's the pen so much as this ink. And I'll be honest, like I've had this in my broad nib before, and it's kind of done similar things, so I'm really leaning more towards it's the ink. But I've got this Vinta Isabella in my Jinhao Century 100 in the colorway Guava, and I mean, just look at all of that shimmer that's stuck in there. So I really think it's more so the ink than the pen. This is an extra fine nib though, but I have had other shimmer inks in this nib with no issues, so Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's Vinta. Yeah, see, it's just very inconsistent, and that's, I mean, as much as I like to hate on this pen, it's very out of character for this pen to write like this. So I'm really thinking more along the lines of, oh, yeah, see, I really think it's more so the ink, but it doesn't usually spit like that. Okay, and it's Isabella. Yeah, so this pen may not keep this ink in it very long because that is not doing well. But it is in my Jinhao 100 in the colorway Guava. I only have one Jinhao 100, so I'm just going to put it as J100, if you can even see it. And this is in an extra fine nib right here. But yeah, just see, I don't know, guys. I might wind up having to change out this ink. Okay, there we go. Now it's flowing some, so it's a little darker. I don't know how I feel about this, but we'll see. I'll write with it a little bit more if I can, and if not, then I'll just change it out and let you know in the review. So that is my Jinhao 100 in extra fine with the ink Vinta Isabella. And I'm just going to get a blotter paper and soak some of this up. It's a very pretty ink. I think that may have merged with that rosewood a little bit. Okay, but I tend to have issues with it, and I really think it's the ink. Anyway, next up I have Dominant Industry Earl Grey Tea, and I have put that with my TWSBI Espresso Bronze. So this is an ink that I got, a sample rather, ink sample. I got it from Van Ness, I don't know, a few months ago. And basically I got it to see if it would match another ink called Cayenne, which is a ink made by Noodlers that I really do like. It's gorgeous. Reddish orange is the Noodlers Cayenne. But like most Noodlers inks, it dries very slow, and so I didn't like that I would get smudging because I'm an impatient person when it comes to ink drying. I don't want to wait on it. And so, yeah, I wanted to find something that looked just like it, but dried a lot faster. So, unfortunately, while this is a very pretty orange, it did not fit the bill of what I was looking for. So, this is Dominant Industry. And I'm just going to put IND. And it's Earl Grey Tea. And then I have it in my TWSBI Espresso. And then I'm going to help future me out. I gotta bump this over. There we go. And it is a very pretty orange. It does not match the brown at all, but, you know, the little raffle that I've been doing the last few currently inks has kind of broken me out of like being very dependent on like matching my inks to my pens. I still like it to be semi-matchy, but it's not a requirement for me now. And so I definitely go off of the feel of the pen more now, I've noticed. So like I'm in college and I take a lot of notes. I know I love my TWSBI Eco. It just feels really good to write with. I know I love my Esterbrook Esty. And so I want to make sure that I put inks that go along with my theme in my school journal for that month, where I take all of my notes for my classes. And so I make sure that I put inks in pens that I want to use quite a bit. Okay, and yeah. All right, next is Ferris Wheel Press, and it is the Angeliquin Maple. And I probably slaughtered that, but unfortunately, like, I don't have a specific spelling out of it because it came just in this little charger. It came in a set of 3. And I know it's AGM, and so I know it's the Angeliquin Maple, but I don't know spelling. So what I'm going to do for this is I am going to swatch it and then just put AGM instead of, trying to say it over and over again and slaughtering it. But it's this very pretty, almost blood red. Maybe blood might be a little darker, but still, I thought that it fit really well with the theme that I was trying to impart. Because my school journal is definitely more oranges and reds and burgundies type vibes. So, but I put it in my Franklin Christoph. This is the O2 model in Sage, and it is my only broad nib that I currently have. I love this pen. It is so comfortable and so great. So yeah, so Ferris Wheel Press, and that looks like it may. We'll keep on writing with it. I don't dislike the color, but it definitely looks like it's been polluted with something. So I don't remember what I had in here last. But Ferris Wheel Press, AGM, and then it is in my O2 Sage model for my Franklin Christoph. And then I'm going to put IPC. And I'm just going to put mix, because this really does not ring true to that color. Like, it's got undertones of it, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I might even. Now I'm like concerned. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll put that there and then swatch it. That way it's more of a true to color swatch, I guess. That way, like, future me's not like, wow, that does not look right. There we go. Oh, you know what I think I wound up doing? I think I actually wound up putting in Ruby Royal Flush instead. Oh, man. That's what it is. See? Whoops. So Ruby. So it's still Ferris Wheel Press, but it's Royal and then Flush. And this looks all sorts of awful, but we're gonna roll with it. So yeah, this is Ruby Royal Flush. That's why it's got the sparkles, and I was like, man, I must have just done horrible cleaning my pens. But no, it's because this is definitely not anywhere in here. It's inked up with Ruby Royal Flush, which was a sample that I got from Fountain Pen Day at my semi-local pen shop. It's in OKC called Chirps and Cheers. And yeah, anyway, I feel better about my life decisions now. I am going to pick up some of that though, because I want it to dry sometime this century. Okay, next, it's one that has been inked up all year. It's my TWSBI Cream and Rose Gold. I do love this pen. I do. It is inked up with my ink of the year, which is my Violet Imperial. I'm super proud of myself. I'm trying to look and see. I'm not sure how much is in this. Yeah, I'm not sure. But look at this bottle, and then need the ink to settle. I've gotten about a third of it that I've used this year. So I've been pretty proud of myself for it. But it is a shimmer ink. It's very beautiful. My husband bought it for me last year when we went on a trip to Denver, actually for his birthday, and we happened to go to our first pen show together. He did it because of me. He loves me. But we both enjoyed ourselves, and he got me a pen and this ink, and it's a very special ink, and I love this ink so much. At the time, I was reading through The Fourth Wing, and back then my reading journal, like, I wanted my ink to match semi the theme of the book, and so he got me this basically for my reading journal, and then it turned into being my ink of the year for 2025, so it worked out. So this is, by the way, Jacques Urbane, so JH. And then it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and, because this isn't working. So Jacques Urbane, and it is Violet. So you can see, if you know Fourth Wing, why I got it. But it's Violet Imperial. And then it is in my TWSBI Cream. And I love this. I love the TWSBI brand. And then I also love this ink, so it works out. I have not figured out what I want my color for 2026 to be yet. If you have any suggestions of colors that you think I should try or might like, let me know, because I kind of want to do a Van Ness order of different samples that of inks that I'm like, oh, I might be able to, commit to that in this pen for a whole year. So if you have any inks that you are just in love with, please let me know, because I would love to try them out and see if maybe I want to commit to that ink for a year. All right, next I have Van Diemen's Underwater Parrotfish, and I have that inked up in my Edison Beaumont, and it's my only 1.1 stub. I'm either gonna really like it, or I'm really gonna hate it. I haven't decided, but it's this beautiful blue with a purple shimmer in it. And so I'm low-key a little hopeful that it'll work out, but also because it's, October, I'm kind of wondering if this is more of a summertime ink, because it definitely gives me more mermaid vibes than anything else. So we'll have to see if I actually use it, and if not, I'm definitely saving this for next spring and summertime, because look at that gorgeous blue. it is just chef's kiss. And I love Van Diemen's stuff. I have a, words are nice, I have a sample of their Hummingbird Wing, which is this beautiful green, dark green with a goldish light green shimmer. Gorgeous, and it works so well in so many different pins. I enjoy it quite a bit. So I didn't even hesitate when I saw this one on the Van Ness website as a sample, and I was like, yeah, I'll get that. Because I recently got like could you call it a craving or a want to find a very vibrant but legible like this, literally like this, maybe not shimmery, but this color ink. And so when I saw it, I was like, yes, I'm gonna try that out. All right, and this is my Edison Beaumont, so I'm gonna put EB, and it is brown. And I forgot, but I haven't been putting my nib sizes. So let me go back and do that, but that's a medium. And then this is a broad. Yeah, much better now that I know it's Ruby Royal Flush. And then this other TWSBI is also a medium. Okay, and then last but not least is Robert Oster's Dragon's Night. This is an ink that I picked up in my latest order to Van Ness. I am surprised how much I like this ink, but it is this gorgeous, like, dark, deep purple and blue almost, but I would say it leans more towards purple, in my opinion, and it is just chef's kiss. The only downside is it's in this pen, and I know last month, like, I talked about this pen, the brown ink getting in the cap and then just like going kasplat in the body, and I'm still seeing some issues here, so I'm starting to think that this pen may need a little TLC. I'm not really sure how, but yeah, because I can't even get a full fill. Like, I tried a couple times and I finally got like a very little bit of a fill. It still writes and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about this pen because it's one of my more comfortable writers, though I will say it was a $15 pen, so I don't know. Was it me being a bad pen owner, or was this like just, I don't know, something broke or something? But anyway, so this is Robert Oster. Yeah, I just love how this pen writes. And this is a pretty ink, and it's dragons. And then I have it in my Natami, and it is in a fine nib. And yeah, that is it. That is the lineup, the main lineup. I suspect that honestly, I could see myself using the majority of these. I'm kind of wondering about this one, this parrotfish, but we'll see. I'm excited about this lineup. Let me know which one of these you enjoyed the most, or if you even have any of these inks. Like, what do you think? What do you have in your pens this month? I would love to hear it. If you stayed around this long, thanks a lot. Consider giving this a like and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.